Right, hello and welcome back. This is Farming Simulator 17. This is video 3, part 3 of my career playthrough. And so we're back and we're in the case 1455, and I'm going to try and fertilise field 14. I'm going to use a hired help because I want to seed field 15. So still not got to grip with this fertilising period. It's not allowed me to do it, so I take it it's too early. So we're going to part that back up. We'll leave it in there. And we're going to pick up the seeder because I was going to use a different tractor, but as that one didn't work, I might as well just swap it over, and I'm going to go off and seed field 15. So here we go, field 15. It's all been ploughed. I'm taking now that this seeder fertilizes as well. I don't understand. I don't know. I've not seen the fertilizer going down, so I'm checking prices, but I'm thinking that I want to get some straw. I want to make some hay. I want to make some bales. I want to try and make some money out of the bales. Plus, I want to start getting it sorted, because then I'm going to look at either sheep or pigs. Sheep would be easier because I only need grass. Pigs are a little bit more complicated, but I can buy feed for pigs. So where cows are the hardest, because you've got to be able to make slurry. Not that far on yet. Going to be a while before I do that. I could always get a beehive or look at a couple of greenhouses for different bits, but at the moment I'm just going to try and manage these 3 fields and maybe just get a couple of pigs or a couple of sheep and see how it goes. Sheep are going to be the easiest because I can just mow the grass, collect it, feed them, and then sell the rest. So we're going to seed this field. I have chosen wheat so that when I harvest I can get straw. So I just got to make sure that I get it at the right time. I'm going to have to get the equipment to bale it, if I want to bale it, or whether I'm just going to collect it and sell it as loose straw. Not decided yet. Baling, I'm going to need probably a windrow, and I'm going to need I can't remember what the machine's called now, but it turns it over to help it dry. You use it with the grass as well, because you can bale the grass or just collect that as well. Depends how much money I've got and what I'm going to do with it. Baling would be easier, and then if I'm going to do baling, am I going to do round bales or am I going to do square bales? I think with round bales I can get a wrapper, and that will help when I start doing slurry. I'm sure it does. I think I need those, and they start to rot and I can use them. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. We just need to get to grips with seeding, fertilising and harvesting these 3 fields, in between doing jobs for other farmers, pulling a bit more money, decide if I'm going to go hunting for the rest of the gold nuggets. I can't even remember how many I've got at the moment. If I do go for the golden nuggets, I think if I get the 10, because it shows up the other 90, I think I'll just go off and get the lot, but I'm not going to do it as a video because that will be just boring, going off and just collecting the nuggets. People might want to know where they are, but all you got to do, once you've found the first 10, the rest it shows you where they are. Once I've got them, if there's any hard ones or any obscure ones, I'll let you know about them and how I went about getting them. I have heard there are a couple in challenging places to get them, so it's either perseverance or use a bit of your noggin and decide what's going to be the easiest way to do it. So I'm seeding this field. My helper is near enough done ploughing. I think I've got a couple more runs over to the side there. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to carry on seeding this field, and I'll be back once I've finished. I'm probably not going to cut, well actually I'm not going to cut any out. This is only going to be about a half an hour video. Probably a little bit boring, but it's farming. This is farming. This is mainly it. Running up and down the field, either with a plough, a seeder, a cultivator, a fertiliser, and then either a combine or some sort of harvester. If you when we get on to things like potatoes, sugar beets, or whatever. The other thing is, I might look. There is, it's quite expensive, but there's one of them you grow. I can't remember what it is now. Is it Winrow? No, not Winrow. One of them, you just grow it, and there's a machine which tops it and then turns it, or just tops it and then you plough it in, and it's another form of manure to fertilise the field. Fertilise the field. The field? Don't know what I'm thinking of there. So the other thing is, I need to make some money. I don't need to. I'd like to buy one of the tractors that I got from the pre-order. Probably going to start with the cheapest, which will be the one with the cow print. I can't remember what it is. Somebody's going to know what it is, but when I've got the money, I will buy that. And then I will buy the Challenger, which is the one with the snake paint. But I will. Well, I've got a choice of 4 because I've got 2 of the Challengers, because I got the 2 other tractors. There was on Game's website, the Farming Simulator 17. You can buy or get the 2 tractors from the early order on their website, and because I did early order through Steam, I got the Steam tractors, and then I've paid the little money to get the other 2, purely because I like one of them. So I think it's a Black Panther or something like that, Vert, something like that. Yeah, it looks quite a mean tractor. I'm getting those. But do I sell the ones? These 3 I've got here. The problem is I'm going to start the farm with these, and you get attached to these. Now, do you get rid of them to get better tractors, or do you keep them and just park them up and use them for front loaders, or just pulling trailers, or like the cases have probably got enough power to pull quite a large plough. I'd need to look into it and see, because in the end I'm going to want the bigger plough, but am I going to need the bigger tractors? It's lots to read into. I've spent time and done all of the tutorials in the menu, and I did those to try and see if it give me more information about fertilising the fields when they need to be done and that sort of thing, and it doesn't. It shows you how to connect and do what I'm doing now, which you already do when you start the game, because there's the mini walkthrough, and the mini walkthrough basically gives you all that. The only thing it doesn't show you is the weight on the front. Now I'm doing this, you don't really need the weight on the front, but in all of those it shows you putting a weight on the front. The only one I didn't do is because there was a bit of a glitch with it, is the woods, the forestry. You go there, in the first one you have to get the chainsaw and cut the tree, and it's supposed to fall down, and then you cut it up into larger sections, and then you load it on the trailer. But every time I cut the tree, it slid off to the ground and just disappeared in the ground, and there was just the top of the tree showing, so it doesn't fall over. So that's a bit disappointing, really, because I've done all the rest. I did all the way up to the cows, mixing the two different hay, the green hay and the yellow hay, and then putting all the slurry in, getting it mixed up right, because if you don't get the mixture right, the cows don't produce good enough milk. I did fail that a couple of times because I didn't read the instructions properly, and then I was getting to the point where well, I know what I'm doing, I've got to mix it all up, and then when I read, it was like, missing out one step. I'm putting a bucket of slurry in there, but it's not enough for the 2 bales of hay. You have to top the machine right up, which then gives you the correct mixture for feeding the cows. So, and when it's in, you need to turn the machine on. It turns it when you initially put them in, but then just sits there. So you need to turn it, get it mixing, and it was done. It was brilliant. So got onto the forestry, and I tried that about half a dozen times. I cut the tree half a dozen times, and each time it just sort of slipped off and disappeared in the ground. Now I didn't know, is that because I've just cut straight through from one side, or do I cut one side and then cut the other side? I will have another go. I'll try it. So yeah, it's forestry. It's a long way off for me, I think. I'm not too worried about the forestry. It's something I will do, and I will have a go at everything, but I want to look at getting this bit done. I'm definitely going to get sheep. I definitely will get some pigs, and I want to get a couple of more fields, probably at least the 2 on the other side of the road, just across from the farm. The one I've done a couple of jobs on, and then there's one just further down on the other side of the railway tracks, which is a reasonably large field. Or no, that's the one. Yeah, no, the 2 the other side of the roads. You got the funny shaped one, and then there's a little square one. So I want to get those 2, which will give me the 5 surrounding the farm, and then I'll move on something from there. So anyway, that's the ploughing done. I don't know why I just dropped them all. It's just a bit messy, all just dropped and left there. So let's jump back in the tractor and finish seeding. It's about another 4 runs, maybe 5. Yeah, I think it's about 5, so it's up and then down twice and back up twice again. I'm telling you what 5 is. But once that's done and I've seeded, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might go off. I'm going to go off and do some more jobs, or At this point, see, I know now that fertilises seeds. At this point, back then, I didn't know. So I'm a couple of days on from when I did this game, so it's taken me a while. Well, it's taken me a little while to do the voiceover. And like I say, I've played a couple more videos, plus I've done all the tutorials, just purely because I wanted to get a bit more information. I've been on the game website for Farming Simulator, and downloaded a couple of programs on modding, and I think a dummies Farm Simulator 17 dummies digital book, which hopefully is going to give me a little bit more information. Now I don't know whether that's on modding or whether that's actually on the actual game as is now. We'll get round to having a look at that and have a read. If it's about modding, that's not a problem. I've never done modding. I did try and do some skins for Euro Truck Simulator. I made them, but when I put them in, they just didn't turn up. They just didn't see. I don't know. And I've downloaded the right programs for SCS and all that, and all the templates, and didn't work. So I've given up on that until I've decided I want to spend a bit more time in it. I'm enjoying the games. Getting my own skins is just a bonus. I just wanted to make a skin, so it was for my haulage company within the game. And if it worked on Euro, then I was going to make one on American. But they're things for the future for those two games. At this point in time, Farming Sim, I'm probably not going to do any modding on this because I really have no knowledge on farming, as in their materials and tools and stuff like that. I could probably make buildings, stuff like that, but the buildings that are in the game are more than adequate. So yeah, I may do. I've downloaded it because it's ready. It didn't cost me anything because it all come in with the 2 extra tractors that you get with early order from game, and I wanted the 2 tractors, and I got the 2 tractors, and I got these modding programs, and I got the dummy or farm simulating dummies book. I think it might be for modding, but it was all in on it. I didn't get a choice, and I thought, you know what, I've got the tractors, got all this, I might as well download them. I may use them in the end. If I don't, I don't. It's not a problem. I can either take them off the hard drive, or I'll download them onto a storage drive and get them out of the way. So I finished seeding. I'm picking up the fertilizer because I'm thinking, right, now I need to fertilise that for the first growth stage, because at this point I still don't realise that when you seed with that, I'm sure it fertilises as well. So I'm backing up to try and fill up the fertiliser, and I'm actually in front of the pig feed and the liquid fertiliser. I want to be on the pallet to the right, so I'm wondering why it won't fill up. So back up a bit more. No. Okay. And now I'm thinking I'm probably not got any fertiliser. I've used it all up on the last one, so I'm going to need to buy some. So I'm just going to go off and park it up, because I'm thinking I've not got enough fertiliser there to do that field. So I'm a bit, I don't know what to do now. Can I fertilise it? Can't I? Do I need to buy some more fertiliser? If I buy fertiliser, I've either got to go all the way up to the machine shop with the tractor as it is to fill it, or I've got to buy a trailer, I've got to buy a front loader, I've got to buy the fertilizer as well. So each pallet is 1,000 litres. Liquid fertilizer, that's no good because I haven't got a liquid one. So I'm just going through everything now, looking at stuff. Popular saplings. So VTech stillage additives. Blades. That's blades for the foliage wagon. If you break a blade, you can buy them and replace them, which is quite good. So I want the solid fertilizer big bag. Oh, excuse me. So now I'm checking out the other bits I might need. So I'm looking at the tractors, seeing if I can have a front loader. So tractor requires to pull trailers and front loader. So then I go to the case and I see that that can have a front loader attachment, and I'm thinking, excellent, the tractors I've got, I can get front loaders, so that saves me getting a telehandler or a dedicated forklift or a dedicated front loading vehicle like the Kramer there. So there's two front loaders, and I'm thinking, you know what, FS30 5.4, FS60 8, it will pick up more. So I'm looking at all the bits, all the add-ons I can get. So excuse me. So what I didn't realise, it's all, they're multi, aren't they? As long as the tractor can have a front loader on it, you can buy it for it. So now I'm looking at the pallet fork and just seeing all the rest of the bits. So am I going to go with the 30 or am I going to go with the 60? So I'm looking at what I'm going to buy. So I'm just going through everything, trying to work everything out, see what I'm going to require to get the fertilizer when I bought it, because I'm thinking I don't want to keep running up all the way up to the machine shop just to fill up the fertilizer. So I'm thinking, well, I need to be able to bring it down, so I'm better off buying a trailer and the bits, and then I can buy multiple pallets, get them back one run. I can get 3 or 4 pallets back, or 2, even if I just do 2 at a time, you know what I mean? That's one less run, that's one less lot of fuel, so I'm saving. As my money gets better, I can buy more. So then you buy more and you bulk store more, and it's less running around. But then I may have a bigger seeder, so I'm going to need more seeds. So it's all looking at trying to buy stuff that allows me to grow without having to replace it too quick. Now, initially I could just buy one pallet, go up, fill it, come back, seed, and then buy another pallet when I need another one. So just looking at all the bits that are available. So it's just balers, and yeah, so going there, there's a flatbed trailer and there's the balers, or there's another flatbed trailer. Which one do I get? So I'm thinking that one's good for round bales. that one's good for square bales and pallets. The other one can do pallets, square bales and round bales. So the DPW 180 is going to be the better trailer because I can put everything on that. So I've finished having a look. Now I think I'm just going to tidy up because stuff is just left everywhere. So I'm going to start putting stuff away, just make it neater. Don't want to leave it on the grass. Look after your tools. You pay all the money, you need to look after them. So I'm going to put the fertiliser spreader over where the fertiliser was kept, so I can put that back in there. If I'd realised, I would have probably realised I could have filled it up from that pallet, which I do work out later on. So that's that one away. I'll put this one away. I'll just park this one in here and put it next to the combine. There we go. In front of my cultivator, and now the New Holland. And I don't know why I just dropped them all, because I wasn't going to use it for anything else, so I should have. I make a right big zero of that. Went too far. Instead of backing up to connect it, I carried on going and turned it over onto its front. So now I'm trying to turn it back over, and there we go. So now if I go onto it properly, it will attach instead of running it over. Excuse me. There we go. Attach away, pick up the plough, and we put everything away, park it all up, and that I think is going to be about it for this video. We'll make it nice and short and sweet, and then we can go on to the next one. Probably in this next one I'm going to make a decision as to which direction I'm going to go in for the hay, whether I'm going to bale it or whether I'm just going to pick it up loose. Initially I just want to get hay from the barley and the wheat just for extra money. I want to maximise on what, because you can set your combine up, which I find out, which you'll see when I go to harvest this lot. I go to put the weight in front of that, and I think, well, if I pick it up with something else, I've got to move the weight. If this case, it doesn't need a weight. So if I put it in front of a wall, it's not in the way, easy to get to. It's just me messing around at the moment. I haven't really got a place for everything. So that's it for this one. The next one we'll make a few more decisions. Until then, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.